Just taking a quick video of the yard that we had finished this recently this summer, and so beds were formed and weed mat was put down and tree mulch was used all over the property. This was all very wild landscape. We had grass grown in, and I've worked hard on fertilizing and growing and dethatching and aerating and seeding for about 2 years. But we're at the point now that all the hardscape is done. As you can see, there was a lot of hardscape with the pavers that were put in and then the rock walls that were put in before that. So what we have here is when we come out the back of the house, the big patio, and there's a walkway up to the second level. But to the left here, you have a really large bed. It's really large, deep, and I'm trying to add some color, some bushes, stuff that comes back each year. Low maintenance. I don't mind trimming so much, but just need to get color in here. I'd like to kind of hide some of these rocks back here on the back line, so it's not just so much rock. So if you could recommend stuff for this bed, I've already put in creeping rosemary over every kind of where every large boulder meets. I hope that they survive. They said that they would. Some of them are still green. Some of them look really brown, but we'll see if they come back. But they've grown probably 2 times in size at least. And the idea is to have them grow out and over and kind of grow down and kind of cover and kind of provide a big apron or blanket over in between the rocks so we don't see all of the crevices between the big boulders. Over here on the right side, again, more beds. I weed matted all of this and then tree mulched it, and it really just runs like this. So we had put some geraniums there. They obviously died, but it was nice to have some color in there. I'd like to get some, maybe some more of the rosemary here and over there to just grow down the face of this, or anything really for that matter that would come back year after year and grows quickly and can grow from the roots down over the front. I think that's what I'm trying to do to cover up a lot of this rock, or at least add color in between the boulders, because the boulders do have some nice color in it. For this bed, it runs all the way down. It is straight. We're probably talking, I don't know, probably about 2 feet deep, from the edge here, the beginning of the dirt to the back wall here. But it really runs all the way down. We have electrical in here and put, some outdoor speakers in there, but really all these beds are open. I do have the rosemary here. The idea was to try to grow some out, but I have some here, and then I have nothing there. And then I have another one here. You can see the weed mat there. Another one here. And the goal was we planted the rosemary at every seam to grow out and cover that seam between the block, and then come down obviously and grow. The other thing we want to do is get some planters, maybe potentially in this corner, and then in this corner, and maybe another one over there, and get some nice big colorful planters with some flowers that we would put in each year. I don't really care about those coming back each year, but just some, again, more color. And then this is the walkway down to the driveway, and I was thinking planters up against that rock wall. All of that is mulched up top. I did all of that. I cleared out trees and weeds and thorns and everything, and really made it as flat and smooth as possible, and put down about 6 to 8 inches of tree mulch all the way up this line to that mountain in the back behind the swing set. Dump trucks and dump trucks worth of mulch. But beyond that, probably up in this area up here, there is a driveway that runs, and you can see it there, and it runs all the way up to a house that's in the background. The idea is to try to segregate the property. We have some natural stuff over here like rocks and all back in there that kind of do it, but I'd like to get somewhat of a straight line here that runs all the way up. And really from this point back, and I know I'm using my finger here, I'm trying to do it to scale, but from this point back to the driveway, it is all flat. From here down, everything is a little bit of an angle, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'd like to get some flowers or plants that are on the angle here, but I'd really like something that I can get that grows wide, quick. It doesn't have to be tall, it could be short, but just grows to make a natural fence of bushes all the way up the line. So maybe from that large tree, all the way from that tree all the way up in a straight line to kind of build a natural fence behind some of those trees and go all the way up. You can see I have more mulch piles back there that I have to spread, but really a line up to maybe like this rock all the way down to bushes, just to hide visually their driveway, their property that they don't maintain, that's full of leaves and twigs and branches that keep falling. So I'm really trying to put kind of like a wall here with natural greens. Also the leaf control too, because a lot of leaves blow downhill into this yard. So putting bushes there would prevent that. I can clean my yard, not have to worry about stuff coming over the hill here and down back over to the yard. Here's a continuation of that bed that runs down from the wall. So it comes down here. I think I planted some more rosemary over there. I could put more here. Anything else that's really creeping for that matter. We're really trying to get color coming off the top of the beds and over the rock. And then just to show you more of the bed up here. Again, it's all mulch. Gets decent amount of sun during the day. And then there's this big hill where I put some natural grasses in that a neighbor gave me. At the end of the season last year, he trimmed them down in preparation for the winter. We then dug them out, and then I planted them at the same time with fertilizer tabs. I have 2-year fertilizer tabs in there. There's one there, second one, third, fourth, and then there's a fifth over to the left. It's hard to see with the mulch, but you can see some of the shoots have come up, but really not much growth. Really no growth out of this one right here in a year. A few shoots out of this one, like 1 or 2 shoots there. That one a little bit or barely anything, and then that one I think is purely dead. So again, I was trying to get something to cover the backsplash here to get some bushes up in here, and also cover the ridge line. So if I have to plant stuff along the ridge line to, again, block out anything from here up, I really don't want to see all of, dead trees and stuff behind there. So I'm trying to put a row of stuff maybe as a backsplash of this mountain. So you see the rock and then it comes across, and then there's maybe a few bushes or trees or anything like that that I can plant along here to kind of mask this sky view out. And then from here down, any natural grasses that you recommend, bushes. We're looking for color, definitely something deer proof. We're in northern New Jersey, stuff that will survive the winter, survive the animals, and especially the deer. So any of the greens or yellows or purples or browns or reds, any of those colors would be good, because right now my yard is either rock or it's purely tree mulch. Back here we have you can see up top here, this is the top view. And right here, I have kind of like a corner with the grass that comes up and over. I could smooth this, I can change this. Grass has a tough time growing in this corner for some reason, because I think it's on such a hill. But I'd like to get some more bushes and stuff here. And I'd like to get another line or ridge like the fence we were talking about off on the right, but really something to visually block all this, that house in the back, and kind of butt up against the side of the shed here. So I'm trying to make like a natural fence where I can plant trees or tall bushes up to this corner, and then there's a natural rock kind of catty cornered, and then normal bushes and plants and stuff down in here for the corner, and then this would run over and continue planting other stuff along that bed. But I'd like to get some stuff here. It's a nice straight back of the property. That is my property. I've mulched this bed here, but I really want to put a row of something, maybe some pretty plants in the front closer to the grass, edge it nicely with a plastic liner, and call it a day there. And then to the left of the shed here, it kind of drops off. This is usually where I collect all my leaves and blow them from the yard downhill and down into the woods. But what I'd like to do is, get some nice colorful plants in front of the shed here. There's a walkway, more plants, and then maybe another, same thing, whatever we plant here is a line. I'd like to get the same thing here to visually block here, 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 and then leave this open for entrance to the woods, or for, throwing debris or leaves or anything like that. And then there's another straight line here. It's been mulched. I cleared this out too. I use this for my wood chopping area, but definitely I can clear that out and definitely get something where I can get the same bushes along the back here where the wood is now, and again create this straight natural boundary or fence visually, so we don't have to see far beyond the property. There's a nice boulder there. There's a tree stump that's actually in between there, so I don't know really what I'm going to plant there unless I get a planter. And then another boulder, trees, and then another boulder, and then we're back to that front bed right there. So again, this is the layout of the property. Looking for any recommendations you may have on the natural boundaries, and also adding color to a colorless backyard. Thank you.